Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tennyson E Stead, writer and director of Quantum Theory, founding member of 8-Sided Films, coming to you with another 8-Sided blog. And today I'd like to talk about maintaining and building relationships in the entertainment industry. Because over the last couple weeks, I've had a very busy schedule. I've had a lot going on. And because of that, there have been a lot of people who've been very interested in getting to know me better. And what they want me to do in the middle of all this activity is set aside some time for socializing so we can go have drinks, get to know one another, kind of feel each other out, find opportunities for collaboration. And nothing could be more destructive to my schedule. And the point in fact, I never have time for going out and feeling people out and having drinks. The people who have time for that kind of quote-unquote networking are people who actually aren't doing any work. So if that is the kind of networking that you're doing, then inherently you have to understand going into this that you're only going to attract people who have time to hang out in bars or who have time to hang out in coffee shops. You're not going to attract people who are making movies. And depending on the purpose of your networking, that may or may not be a problem for you, but it's certainly not going to help build actual productive collaborations. So I wanted to take a little bit of time today to talk about what actually is helpful in building a collaboration and what's constructive, okay? And there's really only two steps. It's pretty straightforward and simple. The first thing you have to do if you want to build a relationship with other people is make yourself necessary to them. All right, what that means is find out what they're about, find out what they're doing, and find ways of helping them. Find ways of chipping into the things that are important to them and do it in a way that makes the show better, makes the production better, whatever it is they're doing, makes it run more smoothly, okay? And do it in a way that makes it better on its own terms. Don't create extra work for people. And even if that work is, oh, well, we've got to go and hang out and you need to feel me out and I need to feel you out. It's like, why does anyone need that? I don't need that. I don't, you're asking me to basically create time and create energy and put this work into finding out how I can help you when I have all this stuff to do. That doesn't make any sense. And you have to apply that same basic standard to helping other people with their work. Find ways of helping where you can jump in and seamlessly offer support and you don't have to have everything explained to you and you don't have to learn what's going on. Find ways of jumping in and helping where you see what somebody else needs and you can walk right in and provide it. Use your resources, use your habits, and use your skills to the benefit of others. Okay, and do it consistently. And at the same time, while you're doing that, you also have to make sure that you're not overextending yourself. Just like you're not creating extra work for them, you have to make sure that the help that you're offering them is help that you can offer unconditionally. In other words, once you're done helping somebody with their thing, you have to make sure that you don't need to turn around, and demand something in return for the thing that you just did. You don't want to create a situation where it's like, okay, I helped you, now you have to make up for it. That's not making yourself necessary to somebody else. That's popping a surprise on them. That's creating more problems. So what you have to do as you jump into other people's lives and start offering help and support, you have to make sure that you are supporting yourself and helping yourself through that process, that whatever you need to keep doing what you're doing is something you are providing to you so that they don't have to find a way to provide it for you. Okay, so in other words, as you jump into other people's projects and as you jump into other people's lives and you do start to make yourself necessary, you have to make sure that your needs are already taken care of so that you are not creating extra burdens on the production by tying yourself into the production. You have to be able to give them what they need and then walk away, and the question is, why would somebody put in all this effort? Why would somebody give of themselves for somebody else's production? And the answer is to support the community. The answer is because the show's worthwhile, because maybe there's people who are working on it, or whatever the reason you have, you want to make sure this show is supported and you want to make sure this show is pulled off successfully. And if you don't want that, then don't do it. But certainly don't ask that person to turn around and, and see you as this necessary part of the community when you're not offering that from yourself. That's how you network. You network by providing of yourself the things that people need to have their goals realized, okay? And then shake their hand and thank them for the opportunity, and then walk away. And they're going to want you around. And if they come to you and they ask for stuff, it's okay to say, well, I need this and I need that. My time's valuable too. I helped you with this, but if we're going to do this other thing, here's what I need in return. You bargain with them and you figure it out. You make sure everybody's needs are met. But if you're going to jump in and build this relationship with somebody, the last thing you want to do is make demands of their time when they're already extremely busy. You want to make sure that you're offering things they require. I think that's everything I have to say on the issue. It's a pretty short and straight to the point blog, but what I will say is that, in the middle of all the stress and craziness that's going on right now with 8-sided films, having people tell me I have to take time and meet with them for coffee is laughably absurd. And I do laugh at them, and their feelings do get hurt. And that's because they're terrible networkers and they're terrible at building relationships, and it's okay that they feel bad about it. It's okay that they feel terrible at it. Don't be terrible. Do good. If you want to build a relationship with somebody, go and build that relationship with them. Invest yourself in it. Find out what they need and find out what you have to give, and then get it to them and make sure it's fantastic. Make sure any work that you're doing is done exceptionally. Make sure that any resources you provide are provided with, what's the word I'm looking for? With grace. Be graceful about it. And then thank them for the chance to contribute to what they're doing. Tell them that you appreciate just the chance to be there and help, and then poof, disappear. And they'll want you to come back. They'll want your help. They'll want your support. They'll want to involve you in their community because you're a constructive, supportive member of the community. But don't go looking for points. You know what I mean? Don't go keeping score, and don't try and convince people that they need you before they actually do. That's the end of it. We're good. You got it. That's the whole point of the blog. You guys have a great night. If you like this, give us a like down here. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy the stuff that we're posting on the 8-sided films YouTube, then give us a subscribe. And I will come right back at you next week with another vlog. In the meantime, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.